Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears are finally starting to really figure it out here offensively, and I feel like Ben Johnson is doing a great job putting Caleb Williams in the right situations to succeed within this offense. And what I really wanted to do in this video is kind of break down some of that film. For example, we have a play here where we have a couple of clear routes here to the deep side. We're going to get a crosser and then another crosser over here, kind of like a scissor concept. Now, we're going to notice that Zaccheaus actually breaks open. He could have a big-time play, but we kind of trust our guy DJ Moore here because he already has that inside leverage versus the DB. You see how this DB is playing just to the outside of DJ Moore? Well, if you're going to give us that inside leverage, we'll take it every day, especially off play action. We drop back, and boom. As our running back is chipping and releasing, we can see right away that we have leverage not only with Zaccheaus, right? But we also have leverage here. You have this DB, his back is turned away from the quarterback. So this is a throw that you just need to make. Either or. They're both open. He does decide to hit DJ Moore here, who gets a nice little catch. I do think Zaccheaus could have had a big chunk play, but that's okay. We'll take completions every single day of the week, and this is a really good ball by Caleb Williams with that crossing concept, that scissor concept over the middle of the field. And the play action does a really good job keeping these linebackers bitten up a little bit, right? They bite up, boom, deep middle of the field is open. Great job, great read, great play. And again, we're going to break down a ton of film. Before we really dive into it though, do me a big favor. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Bears throughout the entirety of the season. Again, if we hit the like button, we might even be posting a part 2 within the next couple of days. And you know what? Let's just dive in. Another good read here by Caleb Williams. They're going to be in this cover 3 defense, essentially, where you got your thirds and then you got a couple of guys in zone. We'll break it down really quickly here. So as this ball is snapped, we're going to notice very quickly, this guy turns his back away from the quarterback. It is clearly zone coverage because everybody else, right? Looking at the quarterback, everyone's looking at the quarterback besides this guy who's really trying to get to his zone quickly. Now, there's zone coverage. You have a cover 3. You got guys dropping back into their thirds, and then you got your flat, you got your hook curl, flat over here. Again, the openness of the zone on this specific defense is probably the middle of the field, but it's got to be quick because these guys will move with the quarterback's eyes. So as we drop back, we have Zaccheaus kind of running this in route, right? Now, what I love about Caleb Williams and what he does in this play is you're going to see he's going to not throw it to him. He's going to lead him up the field, knowing that if we can get him to turn up the field, we might be able to get yards after the catch here and not just like throw it here where he's going to get hit or throw it on him where he's going to get hit from the backside. Pause, right? But you guys understand what I mean, right? So, boom, he's going to lead him up the field. Now, Zaccheaus wasn't really ready for it. He does make the catch, but this could have been a nice play, and it still was 10, 11-yard pickup. But man, if they were on the same page, this could have been a beautiful 15-yard pickup up the middle of the field. But good job by Caleb Williams reading the defense and then hitting the open part of the zone. I also thought early in this game, they did a really good job getting DJ Moore the football early. We're going to fake a little play action to the right. We're going to get a little smoke screen here, getting guys out in front for DJ Moore. But again, I feel like he needs to be more of a focal point in this offense and get the ball to him. He's a really good wide receiver. I know the emergence of Rome Odunze has been really good for this team, but DJ Moore is still a top 24 wide receiver in this league, and I feel like they just got to make it a point of emphasis to get this man the football in space and allow him to work, and I feel like on this play right here, they did exactly that. We've also seen him run a little bit at running back, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. But again, it's working. I mean, they're doing a good job getting him the football. But I do think that as time goes on, he's going to be more and more implemented into a big-time role. I feel like it's taken a little bit, but I'm not scared at all. I do think that he's going to be massive for this offense of Caleb Williams for a long time, unless they decide to trade him and go full youth with Luther Burden, who I also think could play a lot over Zaccheaus if they wanted to go that route, and I do think that's slowly starting to happen as well. But you guys let me know in the comments. Do you think DJ Moore needs to be more involved, or do you think it's kind of good where it's at? Monday Night Football is going to be amazing tonight, and I had a couple of picks for you guys, so we could potentially over 1,000x our money. With the sleeper app, I've been having so much fun using it, and guys, really quickly, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit with your first deposit, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 in bonus funds. I mean, just take that alone. and use it, right? It's amazing. But let's go through some of my picks. I'm going to start off with Bijan. I like Bijan today to just get a lot of passes. I think Buffalo's going to go up early. So let's look at his line of 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. And I'm going to go more than just 100. I think he's going to catch the football a ton in this football game. I also like Josh Allen rushing, but I'm going to keep it at 25.5, go more than 25. I think that's fair. The Chicago Bears run defense is not very good at all. We're going to go to rushing yards, and I'm going to put it at 50, more than 50 rushing yards. I think that's another one that's pretty fair, one more. I want to go Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney, I believe, is out today. I could be wrong, but 25 receiving yards more than I feel like is pretty fair. So Bijan, rush receiving, Josh Allen rushing, Jacory 50, Kyle Pitts 25 plus. I feel like that's fair. If you put 20, you can win 50. Obviously, you can put a lot more. I like playing really safe, but if you really want to go for the moon, you guys can. Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS. Get that free match deposit. You'll get up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. And again, code DUBS. Another big time play. We come out with 20 personnel. Now, I wouldn't be mad if you called this 11 personnel. I go by players in the backfield. So essentially 20 personnel is 2 backs in the backfield, 0 tight ends on the field. Now, this play is interesting. We are going to run kind of a play action. Tight end out the backfield is going to be running a corner. We're going to get kind of like a go ball. We're also going to get like a dig over the middle of the field, a shallow cross. And then the running back out of the backfield is going to leak to the opposite side of the field. Now, I love this play for a couple of reasons, but I feel like Caleb Williams does a really good job manipulating Bobby Wagner, okay? This defender right here, he's going to freeze him in the middle of the field off this play action because he's going to look at Kyle Monangai. Now, because he's looking directly at Kyle Monangai, you're going to see Bobby Wagner not follow Roman Dunze into a wide open space, right? He kind of just stays patient. He freezes up on Kyle Monangai, and it opens up a lane to pass his ball. Boom. Now, Roman Dunze has space, and nothing but space. Great job from Caleb Williams in this offense. 21-yard pickup, and, I do want to give credit because that is manipulation. That is how you take a linebacker out of his zone. Again, look at him. Right? Kind of stares down Monangai, freezes Bobby Wagner, freezes him. Boom. Opens up Roman Dunze. That is how it is done. Caleb Williams is getting a lot better. All right, another good play here. We're just going to get a couple of crosses over the middle. Luther Burden, Roman Dunze. We're going to try to get a shallow cross as we fake a little screen to Kyle Monangai. We do have a one high safety look, so usually we call that a midfield closed look, but these guys usually tend to backpedal off the snap and just kind of play that deep zone, deep part of the field. So as we run this play action fake, obviously when you're running a play action, usually your offensive line is in a full slide. But sometimes you'll crack back someone from or pull someone from right to left to guard that man side, because essentially when you're in a full slide, you leave someone unblocked off the edge. So again, they're full sliding off to the right to really sell the fake, but they do pull the center, I believe. Could be mistaken, but yeah, I believe the center blocks and then pulls back around to guard that man side. Now, we are fully blocked here. Setting up this screen, getting everybody down. Everyone's down. Now, you have a two or a one-on-one situation with both your guys, but you do have a one-eye safety, okay? So you do have to pay attention to that. But Luther Burden does a really good job at the top of his route, getting that separation, not fully pushing off, right? But getting that separation, balls out right where it needs to be. And Luther Burden stops, makes a man miss in space, and picks up 37 yards on this play on just a quite little crosser over the middle. One-eye safety look. Great separation at the top of the route without a penalty called either, right? And a great job selling the play fake to the right. Great job by Drew Dahlman. Getting back, pulling back to the left side, guarding that man side, the unblocked rusher. Perfect play overall, man. Again, Caleb Williams really starting to become a good quarterback in this league under Ben Johnson. Okay, a lot of eye candy on this play. What I mean by that is we're going to use Rome as a pre-snap motion. We're going to fake the handoff to Kyle Monangai, and then we're going to fake the end around to DeAndre Swift as we leak out into the flats into a screen with Kyle Monangai. Or actually, I think I said DeAndre Swift. Is it DeAndre Swift? Let's find out. It might be Zacchaeus. So it is Zacchaeus. I do apologize. So again, we're going to fake the handoff. We're going to fake the end around here to Zacchaeus. And then boom, set up this screen the second level. Now, I enjoyed seeing Kyle Monangai a little bit more. I do think DeAndre Swift is a great player, but I do think they want to implement a 2 running back system. And I think Kyle Monangai is earning a lot of trust within this offense with Ben Johnson. And I'm excited for him. I do think he could be a good player. Do I think he's going to surpass DeAndre Swift fully? Probably not this season, but I do believe he's got a bright future in the NFL. And they can tell. Roshan Johnson's not getting too many carries, and they really believe in Kyle Monangai's ability to get downhill quickly. And that's a 25-yard pickup on a screen pass for Kyle Monangai. I'll take it. Last play that will really break down here. I love this play. Love this play so much because we're essentially going to get this little speed out or quick out with DeAndre Swift, but you're going to see DJ Moore playing within his role is going to essentially take away DeAndre Swift's guy. Okay, he's not really running a route. All we're trying to do is really get in the way, right? And that's what we do. We get in the way. So not only are we in the way of our guy here, but also this guy with the speed out to the sideline. Beautiful job by DJ Moore. Unselfish, right? Kind of stopping. Now our guy got separation. We've got about 4, 5, 6 yards of separation with the ball in our hands. And then boom, look at this fake stop. Hesitation, boom, gone. DeAndre Swift's off for a touchdown. Love it. And then you have the hustle here by, was that Zacchaeus? Yeah, Zacchaeus. Beast. DJ Moore, not really much of the hustler here. But I will say, dude, this play, Zacchaeus, and I think that's Luther Burden, man. They're going to get more reps close to level. They're coached well. Like, hey, get up the field. Go try to see if you can block someone else. Even if you can't, get up the field, man. So I do take that into consideration when I talk about wide receiver reps. So maybe Luther Burns and Zacchaeus will get more. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. So many more Bear videos going to come out soon. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.